Whoopi Goldberg just compared Iran to the United States.
It is the same.
And this Iranian shut her down. We need to hear her response.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Hi guys, it's your boy again, Shae, the one and only. And today guys, we are going to check out one of the hottest takedowns I've seen in a long time. Someone finally called out Whoopi Goldberg's nonsense, live, loud and clear. Talk about celebrities who are out of touch with reality, who live in a bubble, out there chilling in their ivory tower. They think life is a debate, not survival. Let's roll this clip, guys.
It is not even the same. I couldn't step during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Talk of someone who's completely out of touch. The question they should have asked her is, has she ever been to Iran? Has she ever lived in Iran? That's a bit too much. Has she ever spent time in Iran, maybe a holiday? Let's check out how the Iranians shut her down.
Let's ask somebody who actually does know what it's like to live under the Iranian regime. If these comparisons are at all valid, and frankly, they're just not. Iranian-American attorney and activist whose family fled Iran following the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Elika Laban, joins us now. Elika, thank you for being here. It's such a dishonorable comment, not only to the United States and what we are, but also to those thousands of people who've been murdered by that regime. I mean, it's just, it makes a ridicule of what their lives stood for and what their families have gone through. What does it make you feel when you know what actually you can make a real comparison between the two countries?
You know, what it really speaks to now more than anything else is this mass collective delusion that we are living in. We're living in a country that provides us so much safety, so much privilege, so much comfort that people don't even know what it's like to live in other parts of the world. And because, you know, the world has been saturated with so much disinformation, this disinformation that was heightened particularly after October 7th, where there was this narrative that, you know, these terrorists are just freedom fighters and they're not that bad. It normalized this idea that actually these regimes in other parts of the world are not that bad and maybe they're not even that different to the United States. Then you have people who are living in the lap of luxury saying things like living in the United States is exactly the same as living in Iran. Well, it's not anything like living in Iran because Iran, they are hanging people from cranes statistically once every 6 hours. Just 2 weeks ago, they amputated 2 people's arms because they were accused of theft. Did they have due process? Did they have fair trials? No, that does not exist under the Islamic regime in Iran. When protesters came out in the streets to protest against this regime, which is our unequivocal right under the Constitution in the United States, did they get met with the same treatment? No, they were shot to death and they had their eyes shot out as punishment. So my response is, how dare you, how dare anybody compare the life that they're fortunate enough to live in the United States to what Iranian people are going through now and have been going through for the past 46 years.
See, I said it. Rich people that are completely shielded from the real world. This Iranian here, the clue is in the name, Iranian, knows how it feels living in the country. She's had a first-hand experience. Yeah, it's about time people started speaking up to correct all these deluded people.
Well, look, I'll also remind people that Whoopi Goldberg, this was a little more than 3 years ago, and she said it more than once, the Holocaust is not about race. It was not about race. The Holocaust was not about race. She said, you couldn't tell who was Jewish. She kept repeating that, that, you know, you could see my race, but, you know, if you see somebody walking down the street, you don't know if they're a Jew or not. And she was suspended by ABC, but she kept repeating the same thing over and over again. She said it was about man's inhumanity to man, not about race. So, but this kind of ignorance, and this is willful ignorance, really permeates the left. And it is hard to be online and see some of the garbage people have said about Iran, you know, in its defense.
Oh, absolutely. And as somebody who came from the left, you know, you really have to ask these questions. Okay, if you're safe because people don't know that you're a Jew, what happens when they find out? What happens when they find out? So if you're saying that visibility is equal to unsafety, then the only cure you're offering these people is that they should hide themselves. You're saying you're absolutely fine because so long as nobody knows you're a Jew, you'll be safe. Then you shouldn't practice your religion openly. You shouldn't have you shouldn't wear anything that denotes that you might be of that faith. And in fact, they did have access to know exactly who the Jews were in Nazi Germany. They obviously have documents. They obviously have names. They obviously have passports and birth certificates, and that is exactly why it was a Holocaust at that time. And ironically, it is the same thing that they are bringing to the Western world today, because by disseminating this propaganda that is so pro authoritarians and terrorists, just because they happen to be the ones that are fighting Jews, right? People are now rallying behind the most dangerous and authoritarian regimes in the world just because of this impulse of anti-Semitism that they have in them. And that is exactly what happened in Nazi Germany. They voted for the party that promised to go against Jews, and they brought in a dictatorship. And that's exactly what they're going to do if they keep going down this line.
Elika, great to see you. Thank you so much.
People need to know, because celebrities have all these platforms, doesn't mean they are right, doesn't mean they are well informed. It is very important for everyone to do their research. She's there living in America, totally insulated from the things happening in the Middle East. Who gives her the right to talk about it? Who gives her a right to have a full opinion? Has she stepped foot in the country? Has she lived it? Has she breathed the air? Has she drank their water? Has she tried to put herself in their shoes, in their actual shoes, and be in the land to understand, to experience the lifestyle, for her to say what she is saying? And pulling out the black card, pulling out the race card, saying, oh, not for black people. Let's watch the clip so you can get what she said in context.
Just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
I'm sorry, but where the Iranian regime is today in 2025 is nothing compared to the United States.
Keep hanging black people. So
it is not even the same. I couldn't step during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto.
Killed for
I'm sorry.
What, they
like I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you,
I literally said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes,
it is up to them.
And that's why I am saying that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Tehran. Do not anyone at this table should go to Tehran.
Let me tell you about being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But, yeah, I know that. And we all know that. But every day, we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood? They are not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either. They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated. They cannot have property. They cannot leave states.
I'm talking about here.
Nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is no one's intent. But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country and people who deserve rights.
Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry. When you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe.
They can't go out of their house. The women.
You know what? There's no way I can make you understand.
No, let me try something. It's like try to reverse roles with a black person in this country, let's say, because I think that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Just try to understand from their point of view. From that point of view, this country does not do them well. Does not go for them.
I completely acknowledge that.
And we shouldn't compare atrocities.
If you're talking about Iran, of course, is doing worse things. But relatively speaking, it feels bad.
Okay, but I think you know that Iran is significantly
I guess we're going to come back and talk.
I was in college when that revolution took place.
Absolutely ridiculous. That analogy, very faulty. Faulty indeed. I'll say it. Every country has problems. Every country has issues. In the UK, we have issues. In Nigeria, we have issues. In America, of course, we know there are issues, all right? But you can't compare it to Iran. You cannot, okay? You can't. The things we've heard Iranians say, the videos we've watched, the news, everything that's going on, there's no way you can compare these two civilizations. Completely unfair to the Iranians, because in America, you can still find a legal way to fight for your cause. You have a voice. You can come together, rally, you know, protest. But you can't try that. No, you can't try that in the Middle East. I mean, at least in Africa, you can try. You can try. You might get away with it. Most of the time, you get away with it most of the time. But other times, you don't. In the Western world, you will get away with it. But in those areas, you get away with it because you find yourself before a pearly gate saying, "Welcome, my child." It's insane. All right. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Was Whoopi Goldberg just misinformed, or was this a form of deflection? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I'm going to chat to you. Peace.
Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way. You are me. Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way.